Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a Halloween makeup look. So I already laid down my brows and I've also primed my eyes with the P. Louise base. So now I'm going to be taking the shade called Lagoon from the Be Perfect Cosmetics Love Tahiti palette. And I'm taking a pencil brush and just kind of mapping out the shape that I want, but this shade wasn't quite as deep as I wanted it to, which is why I'm going to go in with the shade called the Deep, which is a blue shade, and taking it on that same brush, I'm just going to be putting it in my crease and going over that initial Lagoon shade. So now I'm going to take Lagoon to blend out the Deep. So yes, I'm just going to take a clean brush and pick up some Lagoon, and then just do circular motions to make sure that I get a really blended look. And yeah, it looks really nice. I love these two blue shades and I love this palette. So I'm taking a little bit more of the Deep and I'm adding that to my crease because I kind of blended out all the depth when I went in with Lagoon. And I'm taking a little bit more of Lagoon and just make sure that's blended out. Alright, so for the other side, I'm going to be taking the shade called Chili Pepper, and I'm going to be adding that to my crease with a dense blender brush. And I really love this shade. It's one of my favorite shades. It's like a burgundy red shade. It's almost like it can come off as red, but it's a really pretty burgundy shade. And then I'm going to take some of Blaze and taking a small blender brush and going in with that. I thought Blaze was going to be a little bit lighter than Chili Pepper, but it is a little bit of difference in between the shades, but they almost look alike. So I'm going to take a clean blender brush and just make sure that that's like really blown out. Now I'm going to take the Suva Beauty Hydra FX liner in the shade Scrunchy, and I'm going to be taking a flat brush and I'm just wetting that and applying that to my lid. I'm going to be doing a halo eye, and at first I just kind of carve out the shape that I want, but I'm not going to be blending out the edges just yet. I'm going to do that later. And then for the blue side, I'm taking the same Hydra FX liner. This one is just in the shade called Freezy. Again, I'm just going to be cutting out that crease, making a halo eye, but I'm not blending anything just yet. So now I'm going to move on to my foundation. I've moisturized and primed off camera because it's the same thing and it's kind of boring. So I'm just going to be going with my foundation. And it is a little bit lighter. I wanted kind of like a lighter shade because this is going to be a little bit like spooky, and I wanted to do teeth and I needed like a lighter base. So I'm going to be taking the e.l.f. camo concealer to conceal and just make sure that everything is really high coverage and everything is really blended out, because I am going to be going in with a lot of things on my face like black face paint and things like that. So I wanted a nice base. And then I'm taking my Maybelline setting powder, and that I really wanted to make sure I had a lot under my eyes because I was going to be doing my lower lash line. So yeah, I didn't want to have like any fallout, and I was also going to be blending out the edges. So here I'm blending out the edges with the Deep, and then on the other side I'm going to be blending out the edges with Chili Peppers. So that's all I'm doing, just making sure that they are really blended and it looks really smoky, and then taking the Deep shade on my lower lash line and Chili Peppers on the red side. And just making sure that's really blown out. And I'm also going to make sure that that shade is in my inner corner. I didn't do an inner corner highlight for this look, so I'm making sure I'm adding that depth into my inner corner. So I'm going to be taking my bronzer. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, one of my favorite bronzers of all time. And I'm just making sure that I do like a really sculpted contour look. So I'm kind of dragging it down to my mouth. I just want to make sure it looks like really defined. So I'm going to be taking that same bronzer and I'm going to be adding that to my nose. Again, I want it to be really defined, really sculpted. It's not going to look too messy because I do go in with like translucent powder and like fix it up and then blend it out with my makeup sponge. But I kind of just wanted to have like a really sculpted look for this makeup look that I was doing. I'm also going to be taking some bronzer on my temples. And now we're moving on to shaping the teeth. sketching out the teeth. So I'm going to be taking a lip liner. This lip liner I believe is from MAC, and it's just like a brown lip liner. I just wanted a brown lip liner instead of going in with like a straight black, because I do want to make sure that I can sketch it out and kind of mess up if I wanted to, and it's not too much of like an intense shade. So I'm just going to be sketching out like little triangles and just making them larger as I am going out. So as I get closer to my ear, I'm going to be making it larger, but closer to my mouth, they are a little bit smaller. So yeah, I'm just sketching that out. And then I am going with the black face paint. For this, at first I wasn't doing teeth all the way to my ear. I was going to draw like a line, but at the end I decided to make it like a full-on teeth look. So yeah, that's why there's like a little line at the end, but I do go in and make those teeth a little bit later on. And I'm just going to go in with the black face paint and just kind of sketch out all of that. It's not going to be perfect, like the points are going to be a little bit rounded at first, but that's why I go in with like several other products later to make sure that it's really sharp towards the end. So I'm just going to be filling in the whole mouth area now. And this actually took a while. This was actually like 2+ hours of footage, but I condensed it all because it was a lot of time that I spent on this look. So yeah, I'm just filling it in, making sure that it's still a little bit sharp, but not really worrying about too much, because we are going to be going in with liner later. So now I'm going to be taking I'm just going to be filling that in. I just wanted to make sure that I showed you guys how long it was taking me. Like, you definitely have to take your time with this, just because you do want to make sure it's very opaque. You're not like showing skin through everything. You want it to be as black as it can be. I feel like a water activated paint would have been better, but I only had this cream one. Now I'm adding the shade called Tropics and a little bit of key lime to the blue side, because I didn't want it to look like a Harley Quinn look. So I'm adding those two shades. And then for my red side, I'm going to be taking some oranges. So for right now, I'm just making sure that's really sharp and really blown out. Now for the red side, I'm going to be taking some of mango as well as yellow. And yeah, I really love this palette. It has practically every shade that I would need for a colorful look. And now with a felt tip liner, I'm just going to be making sure that's really sharp. And now with some shadow, I'm going to be dragging it down almost like a clown look, because I decided that I wanted that a little bit later on. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just making sure that that's really like smoky and you can tell what it is, but it's not focusing too much. If it's messy, that's fine, that's perfect. That's what this look is going for. So yeah, I'm taking the shade Tropics for the blue side, and then the shade Mango for my red side. Just making sure I extend it out near the brow and then go more pointed towards the temple. And then I'm taking the Melt liquid liner, and I'm just going to be making sure that that's really pointed. And I also do kind of fill in some gaps with the same liquid liner and then blend it out all later, so it can look really intense and black. And then now I'm just adding some lash glue and adding some gems. So for my red side, I'm going to be taking yellow, red, and orange gems, and for the blue side I will be taking like an aqua, lime green, and a purple gems, just to make it more pretty. And I really loved how the gems looked at the end. I thought it complemented it really well, so I'm really glad I added the gems. And the gems, I do get them from Amazon. This set was only like $10, I believe. It came with 2 packs of gems. One is all rainbow colors, and then the other one is like more holographic colors, and I definitely want to order some again soon, because I've been using a lot of them for my Halloween look, so I'm running low on them. But yes, I feel like gems are just like so pretty, so I really love incorporating them into my looks. Taking the Glamlight ice cream cookie sandwich lashes, I'm going to be adding that because I just felt like they were really wispy and long, and I really loved how it tied the look together. And then just making sure that I'm filling all the gaps and making sure that it's really black and like pointed, and just perfecting everything at the end. So yeah, and I also added lower lash mascara and blush off camera. So that is pretty much it for this look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I really love how it came out. I thought it was really cute, and I also did upload a reels on my Instagram, so if you want to see more of like a glam version of this, or you know, just how it would look with a regular lip, you can totally check my reels or my TikTok. I uploaded it on both social media. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a huge thumbs up, subscribe down below, and don't forget to turn on your post notifications because I do have a giveaway coming soon for you guys. So keep an eye out for that, and I will see you guys all in my next one.